Hi guys, in this video I'm going to be showing you my everyday foundation routine. I just wanted to get this up. I get a lot of questions about how I do my face, so I dedicate this video straight to it. So I start off with my e.l.f. poreless primer just to kind of fill my pores and blur everything out so the makeup won't seep into my pores. So I just massage that all over my face and get that all prepped for foundation. Now for foundation, I use the L'Oreal True Match, and that is color C6. With this foundation routine, I do this with any foundation. I just kind of switch up the foundations. Then I use a wet beauty sponge to dab that all over my face. That L'Oreal True Match C6 is like my tan shade. It is a little bit like orange for me, but it matched perfectly with my skin once it is all oxidized. So with that, I just really blend that all in the skin. I love beauty blenders or a beauty sponge. It really gets the makeup all over your face and it gives great coverage, but it also helps absorb some of the product so you won't look like a cake face. Also, using a wet sponge definitely hydrates your face. Also, like if you have dry skin, oily skin, it's very good for your skin, adding moisture back to your skin. So I really just focus that in the areas I have trouble. The L'Oreal True Match has pretty decent coverage. I say medium to full. I usually only use like one coat and pretty much everything is always covered up. So I just make sure that it's all evenly distributed. Always blend down your neck so it's perfectly blended from your face to your neck to your body. So yeah, this foundation definitely makes me look a little orange, but I definitely go back in and kind of lighten it up with concealer. Now moving on to concealer, that is Maybelline's FitMe in the shade Cafe, I believe. I use this to really conceal and to kind of brighten up my under eyes. I kind of go ham with the concealer. Concealer is always a little bit thicker than foundations, in my opinion, because they are really meant to conceal and cover up a lot of things. So I use this concealer, like I said, and also to highlight my high points of the face. When you do this, you really want to make sure this is evenly distributed all over your face, so one part of your face won't be highlighted and the rest is dark. So I let that sit for a bit to kind of let my skin absorb the concealer, and then I blend out with the beauty blender. After you're done with the concealer, you always want to set it. I'm using the Wet n Wild Highlight and Contour Duo. I've been really loving this banana powder, and at the time, I was kind of just using it. So I use that to set my face. Now I kind of bake with it. It's usually the same thing. So I set the concealer all the way, like pretty much under places I highlighted. To make sure it stays in place all day, you really want to set your concealer, because if not, it will move around as you sweat and like move around and stuff throughout the day. So after you set your under eye, you really want to set your whole face. This is totally optional. I know a lot of people don't do this, but I'm using the MAC Studio Fix powder. It's full coverage foundation, so it definitely adds a lot more coverage to my foundation and sets it to stay in place all day. I use NC50. And then to contour, I use the True Match powder in C8, which is dark cocoa. I really use this to carve out my cheekbones and add some more color back to my face, as when you use foundation, it blanks out your face and erases all your natural shadows, which is why you highlight and contour to bring that back to life. So this is a new technique I used. I set my face after I've done all of my highlight and contouring with my concealers and powders. Then I go in with my powder highlight and put that right over while my face is still damp. It definitely makes the highlight less powdery and just really blends seamlessly on your face. And then you just let that dry and you have a natural highlight going on. After that is done, I kind of let my face dry, and that is my whole makeup routine for my face. I hope you guys enjoyed this. It's very simple and easy of how I do just my face makeup. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you, like, and subscribe.